Oh, hi there. Welcome. Foot is here. She's right next to me. And there's Todd. Todd Montgomery Holloman has joined us. Hello, Adam. Todd was named after former mayor Jerry Montgomery, former mayor of Paducah.
That's Todd Montgomery Gentry Holloman.
Oh, I thought it was Jerry Montgomery, the former Paducah mayor.
What's up, Cory?
Oh man, I'm having a great time. Foot is here. She's very engaged with the floor.
She's lit.
Yeah. There's an Austin.
There's a Morgan.
Yeah.
Howdy.
The hearts they be a flowing. Oh, what's happening?
Been worked today, did my essential job,
You and I both.
watched a couple of movies.
You got my essential J.W. Dant. Yeah.
Right there with you, pal.
I'm foregoing the butt plug shaped glass and going with this fancy Willet glass I got.
Yeah, I'm going with I got a curvier glass this time too. It's not quite as severe as the butt plug glass.
Ah,
Butt plug.
butt plug. Hello, Joseph. God,
Joseph.
God damn it, I love Joseph.
Me too, man.
The fucking saint.
I'm gonna hug him so hard when this is all over.
I'm gonna squeeze the paste out that boy.
I'm gonna squeeze the stuffing out of him.
Yep. Hi. So what's everybody got going on tonight? We can always, as always, talk about whatever. You know, I've got some shit we can talk about, but if you guys have questions, concerns, or comments, or what have you, just shit them at us either in the question box or just in the chat there. There's one in the question box. Ooh.
And we're off.
Yep. Adam. Okay. Cory, you insist that soup isn't food, but the dead Kennedys tell us that soup is good food. Care to comment? The dead Kennedys said a lot of shit.
I don't know that I'm gonna depend
Oh,
on food.
Frozen Todd. Oh, there we go. Okay, you're back.
There we go.
That seems to happen at the exact same moment in every time. Hi, Sue. Oh, Joseph's dying of a biscuit and gravy overdose. That's how I want to go.
I was just saying while I was frozen there, I was just saying that if I've got a question about food, Jello Biafra is not high on my list of people I'm going to contact.
No, I'll talk to him about obscure 7 inches, things like that, vinyl records. That's about it. I mean, the Dead Kennedys said a lot of shit, and I enjoy the Dead Kennedys as much as anybody else, but they are from California. They don't know what good food is.
Nope.
Yeah.
Like Joseph's talking about biscuits and gravy. You can't get that in California.
Hell no. And soup is not food. And I'm not talking, okay, and everybody brings up, okay, what about this soup? Okay, it becomes a stew. And I really don't even want to get back into this again because I've talked about it plenty. But when it's that watery, like, oh yeah, chicken noodle, it's a drink. If you can't eat it with a fork, it's a drink. If you can't swim in it, it's food.
Agreed.
It's a simple way to live your life.
Yeah. Yep. Breakfast cereal, food, because even though it's traditionally eaten with a spoon, you could, if necessary, eat it with a fork.
Yeah, you can chew it at least. Even with chicken noodle, you could swallow that stuff right down. And jokes
Even
Yeah.
Vegetable soup. I mean, the stuff, the vegetables and stuff in the vegetable soup is usually been cooked down so much it just dissolves in your mouth.
Yeah. I know. And Joseph agrees. Soup is a salty drink, says Joseph.
Joseph Rumsey is a salty drink.
I don't want to hang on this subject because I've already had a bad day. Somebody put a bunch of artisanal mugs in my alley. Here, there we go. Getting mugged in the alley. Okay, let's definitely take people being assaulted as a joke. Todd and I joke about a lot of stuff, but assault ain't funny.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, and it says like take a mug, leave a mug. That is the least sanitary thing I can think of right now. In a time where even in our best of times, we shouldn't be doing that.
No, you don't even do that when we're not in a pandemic. I mean, who knows what your gross mug is going to have on it? I mean, just might as well take a fork, leave a fork. I mean,
Yeah, yeah. Take a bedpan, leave a bedpan. Yeah, that started my day off wrong right there.
gross.
Get that out of there.
Artists.
I get it. Joseph says assault is funny as a salty drink. Well, it's just it's kind of these little cutesy sayings on it and stuff. It's yeah, I get it, but it's
It would be it would be dumb on the best day, but considering where we are now, it's pretty much evil. It's evil, Cory.
well, it's yeah, I have a lot of adjectives for what it is, but I will hold back. And Susan says the governor wouldn't approve, and that's obvious. If you unless you've been living under a rock,
Absolutely.
uh,
As the governor would say, you can't be doing that.
yeah, sharing mugs. And you
Ugh.
know, these hippie artists downtown, they're like, what kind of sanitizer are they using down here in Lower Town?
Homemade.
Exactly. They make it out of just
They
spit.
make it out of soup.
Yeah, they make a nice soup out of spit and sage. Oh,
they
that just really
they
got
rub a
me riled
feather
up.
over it,
Yeah.
makes it sanitary.
Yes. Hello, Eric. Well,
While chanting as a drum plays in the background.
they're like, and not to mention, it's vandalizing. It's on like every telephone pole down my alley.
Oh my God.
And I get it. So like in Lower Town, they let them paint the fire hydrants and all that shit. Now they're getting a big head because I was guaranteed they did not ask the Bell South if they could do that. That is that is property of somebody. Better
That
not.
is that is that is defacing property.
She's as up as she's been in a while. Hello, Pat. I hope you're well. Good man, good sir.
Adam says they probably consider dream catchers PPE.
Is that what Elon Musk sent all the hospitals? Yeah. We got a question in the box. Let's get on that. It's from Joseph. How hard should I celebrate Bicycle Day tomorrow? Not that I use legal substances or anything. Tomorrow's Bicycle Day, then, huh? That that's exciting.
Hey, yeah, celebrate hard, man.
Yeah,
It's bicycle day.
you get you a half gallon of JW Dant, and you get on that bicycle, and you don't stop until that bottle's gone.
Steer with one hand, hold the bottle in the other one, and you just ride or die.
I know where you can get a mug to fill. Hey, Jonathan. Hope Jonathan's a wonderful man up there in Bardstown. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Jeesh, I just can't do anything but drink whiskey anymore in my spare time.
I mean, I get it. I'm doing the same thing.
Yeah, I had a friend of ours came in to the brewery tonight to get some beer, or this afternoon, I should say, and he was a little worse for the wear because of last night. He went hard. We were talking about it, and it's like, yeah, like we drink a lot, you know, a lot of people we hang out with, but like it's so bad now because number one, we would drink a lot. We would go out on a Tuesday and get a buzz on, but try. Bubble wrap?
That was my cat destroying a chair.
Oh, I thought. Oh, I see. I thought I thought maybe you had some bubble wrap under the table there. No, but I mean, the tendency now we don't have to worry about like getting home and getting our car in the morning, and I'm going hard. Oh, hello, Foot. Moved.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing, you know. We don't have to worry about getting home. You're already home, and on days that I don't have to work, I might start drinking at 9 a.m.
I give a fuck about work. I've been getting drunk. Non- I work. I work in the industry. It's expected of us. I do. I did find out that we're gonna be a part of a virtual beer fest here in a couple weeks.
That sounds exciting.
Yeah, it's actually good. You can go to the Google Kentucky Guild of Brewers, and it'll bring up their website, and you can get tickets. It's supporting all the Kentucky breweries, but basically, since we can't gather, there'll be like 5 to 15 minute brewery tours of breweries across Kentucky, and there are many good ones in unique spaces. So check that out.
I took part in a nationwide horror movie trivia contest last night online.
Really?
Yeah, it was 100 players from all over the country, hosted by an independent filmmaker in New York by the name of Ted Gagan. Made a movie called We're Still Here, which is really really good. And
I saw it at Sundance.
and we drink. But yeah, it was 100 players from all over the country, 100 questions, and well, I came in 10th place, so I feel pretty good about that. It's not bad.
That is very good. Of course,
The guy who won was a former editor of Fangoria magazine, so I think I did pretty good.
Yeah, that's damn good. Todd's been dominating. I've been I used to host a movie trivia at Maiden Alley like 7 or 8 years, or actually it's been 5 years because luckily I never deleted the file. So we've been doing like a Thursday night with some friends, some trivia, like recycling that old trivia I used to host back in the day, and Todd has just dominated everybody every time.
And just shit hammered drunk the whole time.
We get drunk, and so if everybody gets it right, we drink. If everybody gets it wrong, we drink. If only Todd gets it right, we drink. The rules rules are ever evolving.
Yeah, we're all drunk by the middle of round 2.
Yeah, there's 10 rounds.
You watched anything interesting lately, Cory?
Yeah, I watched Roger Corman produced, which he produced many a film. I'd say probably in the hundreds. Uh, but Forbidden World is what I watched last night, which I tweeted earlier is basically Alien but horny, and that is exactly there's boobs in the first.
That's the cops going after the guy putting the mugs on all the fucking telephone poles.
I was about to say the same shit.
Adam says that trivia had a rep for being impossible. Yeah, it's pretty good, pretty hard.
Wow. Yeah, but Forbidden World, I mean, it's I mean, it's fairly decent budget, I guess, for the time. But you know, the characters have names like Mike, Jimmy, uh, oh, what was the girl? Tracy. Like, and it's supposed to be this. It's set on this science lab on this planet, but it's really bad. There's one point where they talk about going outside, and they're like, you have to use respirators because if not, you'll get blood foam. Yeah, the foam in your blood makes you super happy, and apparently they almost lost a guy because he was eating sand because he thought it was sugar.
Well, now I remember seeing that back in the day on like HBO or something, or Cinemax or one of those.
I would guess Cinemax because there are breasts aplenty.
I watched I watched a 1970s crime caper this morning by the name of, I've mentioned it before, Mr. No Legs.
Yeah, I saw that. That's amazing.
It is a legit movie from, I think it was made in 77 or 78. And it's your standard, cops versus drug dealers thing. But the drug dealers have an enforcer by the name of Mr. No Legs, who has no legs and is in a wheelchair. And the arms of his wheelchair are shotguns. Not only that, but he's got ninja throwing stars on the wheels.
Yeah.
It is badass. There is a kung fu action sequence with Mr. No Legs, and he's an actual amputee. The guy who plays the character. It's not special effects. It's a real amputee, and he is like flipping out of that wheelchair and knocking people in the head with his stubs. It is amazing.
I desperately want to see it, but I do have to correct you. They're called shuriken, not throwing stars.
And it's pronounced nunchaku.
It reminds me there was a VHS back in the day when I was living with like three dudes, and we used to watch it all the time. And I want to say it was like India, like from India, and it was one dude had no legs, one dude had no arms, but they were both trained in martial arts. And at the end, they fight each other throughout, and then they join forces and they kind of make like a Voltron. They can the dude with no legs gets on the dude that has no arms, and they fight off whatever. I can't remember what it was called. Son of a bitch. I want to say it was like Indonesian or Indian or something like that. But
there are a lot of weird movies that came out of particularly Indonesia. Back in the day.
Oh God, in India too. I think you retweeted something with the guy leaping out of the water
on like some kind of hoverboard or something. He just rises out of the water with guns.
Yeah. Like a majestic porpoise. He would rise in the water and then do it a beautiful.
It's great. If any of you follow me on Twitter, I retweeted it, so just go to my Twitter feed and you can see it's just like a 10-second clip, but it's beautiful. And if you would like to see Mr. No Legs, it's currently free on YouTube, the entire movie. That's how I watched it.
Cool. Well, I'm stopping this. No. A friend of mine, or a couple of friends of mine, they own Infinite Collectibles over there in the South Side. Great comic shop, video game shop. But they have a podcast called Blitzkrieg Pop, and they were talking about movies that have wrestlers in it on this week's episode, and I applaud them because they didn't go for like the obvious ones like They Live and stuff like that, but they did bring up, and I forgot about it and I've never seen it, but I'm gonna go watch it. It's called Hell Comes to Frogtown, and it's Rowdy Roddy Piper in like a post-apocalyptic thing where he's the only like viable male on the planet who can reproduce. So he wears some kind of robotic chastity belt and ends up in a town full of frog people. But that's streaming free on Tubi, which is
Tubi's great. Tubi's got some weird and wonderful shit on it.
yeah.
By the way, Hell Comes to Frogtown was the inspiration for Children of Men.
Yes, obviously.
Joseph says he likes the Spider-Man movie where he's just brutally murdering people.
Was that was it Japanese? I remember there was like a Japanese Spider-Man. I don't know if, or was that there's also like, if you get on YouTube and look up like Turkish ripoffs of movies, because the like Turkish Star Wars or Turkish Superman are something to behold. And
amazing.
I don't know if that was the Turkish Spider-Man Joseph is talking about here, but
I thought he was talking about arachnophobia.
He can't remember what country. He's only seen clips. I'm pretty sure it's the Japanese one because he's got a machine gun at one point and mows down the room.
I know what I'm watching tonight.
Well, with great power comes great responsibility. Jonathan says Vader made an appearance on Boy Meets World. Is that true? Jesus, Joseph says Spider-Man fucks up a chick's head with a boat propeller. I mean, how many horsepower?
Mercury or Evinrude?
That's right.
We watched a film when I was in high school about boating safety and not drinking while you're boating, and it was one of those like blood runs red on the highway kind of things where it was just gory and blood. You literally saw like a dude's face and head get mangled in a boat propeller.
Yeah, I think millennials missed out on that boat because they used to show us some like gory ass safety videos back in the day. You know, driving safety especially, but yeah, there was some graphic videos they'd show us, and I'm not talking.
I need to look into it, but I would imagine like those, because a lot of those were produced around the same time as they were making like all the slasher films and everything. I bet a lot of the special effects guys from those movies that probably made pretty good bank doing the safety videos too.
Yeah. I can only imagine what the other video that the girls had to go watch was like back then. Splatter. I'm sorry, bro. Joseph's going to see if he can find this Spider-Man.
Oh, yeah, I need to see that.
Joseph did send me a copy. Here's another batshit movie that needs to be seen. He sent me a copy of Human Highway, directed by Neil Young, starring Neil Young and Devo, who also do the soundtrack. Sally Kirkland's in it. Oh, shit. Oh, God damn it. What's his name? Dennis Hopper. And it took him like 4 years to make this movie, and we're talking Dennis Hopper in his Hopperist days. Like, where a lot of the reason it took him 4 years because Dennis Hopper like accidentally stabbed Sally Kirkland at one point, and Neil Young was also way trash. But it's Tim Burton before Tim Burton knew he was Tim Burton. Like it has that aesthetic, but it's definitely worth a watch. And you know, I think we discussed last time. I'm a Devo fan, so that's definitely one to seek out. It's hard to find though, but Joseph hooked it up.
Yeah, Dennis Hopper back in the day was a scary madman. Very Frank Booth like actually. Matter of fact, when they finished making Easy Rider, Peter Fonda had to hire security because he was afraid Dennis Hopper was going to murder him.
I would imagine. And then, I mean, he was on. I mean, you just watch Apocalypse Now. How fucked up he looks in that.
Yeah, he wasn't acting.
Yeah. God bless him.
Oh, yeah. Well, hey there, Nora and Mr. Elastic.
Nora, go to bed. Yeah, you guys. If you guys want to talk about anything, well, I mean, we'll continue on this stream or whatever you guys want to do. Questions, comments, concerns, whatever kind of magic you're feeling in your lives right now, because we're all definitely feeling magic. A light a candle.
Another thing I've been watching, if you have Shudder, the horror movie streaming service, they have a new series on there called Cursed Films, which is about movies that were supposedly cursed, like they do The Exorcist, Poltergeist. The hardest one to watch, the latest episode was about Twilight Zone, the movie, when John Landis killed people.
Right. Yeah. Killed Vic.
Vic Morrow.
Vic Morrow. Yeah. Cut his head
off.
And
2 children.
Joseph brought up the boat propeller. Killed Vic Morrow with a helicopter. Like the literal helicopter blades decapitated Vic Morrow. They showed that on Entertainment Tonight back in the day. They show
the footage in this too. So be warned if you're going to watch it.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Jeez. I saw a little bit. I watched when because I had a month of my free month of Shudder was running out, but I watched the Exorcist one of that show and it was pretty cool. And then I watched, and this one shocked me. I didn't know there was so much turmoil on the set of Home Fries.
I'm looking forward to the next episode. It's all about Kenny Rogers and Six Pack. No. I just read Adam's comment.
Yeah.
You're right. Yeah, even though John Landis was responsible for the death of 3 people, he's not as bad as his son Max, who's one of the worst people ever.
He's a giant piece of shit. He's the Martin Shkreli of film. A weasel.
Kitty.
There's a foot update. She's contemplating.
Kitty. Not a thought in that head.
Hello.
Hey, let's do Todd's record roundup. Cory, what do you say? Actually didn't pick anything, so I'm gonna do a Cory. I'm just gonna walk over here and grab a CD at random. See what we come up with.
Well, like I said, we never planned shit on this, so this is all improv, blind pull.
Oh, that one sucks. It's a 9 Inch Nails single.
I've been worried about that with my blind DVD pulls.
Oh, here we go. I got some gold right here. Clint Black's greatest hits.
You know, what one man's gold is another man's mug in the alley.
Pure black.
Yeah, again, we've talked about in the past. We talked about my parents' shitty taste in music. My mom was a Clint Black fan.
And that's Todd's record roundup.
We need to get you a cutoff of Clint Black's face so you can do the Clint Black Austin thing.
No, well, we can just chop it off right there.
Yeah. Jonathan asked if Joey Lawrence makes an appearance on that album. Did he make an appearance on a Clint Black album?
Not that I'm aware of, but anything's possible.
It was called Whoa, and it was about riding a horse. I'm sorry, it's a little on the nose. All right. Well, I might as well do a. Oh, Jonathan said he appeared in a music video. Okay. Why? Okay. I'm gonna do a random DVD poll then. Excuse me. What we got?
What the hell?
Positive ruckus. Here's my button of my little bowl of pens. So nothing broke. Okay, this you know what? This isn't a bad movie, and this is Cameron Crowe. It's Vanilla Sky. Uh, Tom Cruise, Cameron Diaz. Who else? Penelope Cruz. It's
Tom's sister.
it's a remake of like a French movie, right?
Um, it's either French or Spanish. I think it's Spanish because the original Abre los Osos. It's yeah,
Yeah,
Spanish. Abre los Oso.
yeah. Well, I think Penelope Cruz is in both of them, if I remember.
Yes,
Okay, yeah.
I think you're right. It's not bad.
Not a bad little sci-fi flick. Like it's weird that Cameron Crowe did it in retrospect. This was one of the first DVDs I ever bought. Now that I think about it, it's weird.
Hold on, wait a minute. Isn't Kurt Russell also in that movie?
I don't see him listed.
I thought he was the guy who was like interviewing Cruise through the whole.
Oh, he is, and Jason Lee.
Well,
Speaking of, we talk about celebrities and their large sons. Jason Lee has a child named Pilot Inspector.
yeah, I actually looked him up. He's not large.
It's a shame. Jonathan says Purple Rain was better. What? Yeah, but that's not a bad flick. It's weird, a weird Cameron Crowe. When he went on to make classics like We Bought a Zoo.
And what was that? What was that movie he made where Emma Stone was Asian?
Oh God, I don't remember.
Or she was supposed to be Hawaiian or something. I can't remember, but yeah, Crow was on a pretty good roll there for a little while. I mean,
Yeah,
Almost Famous is great. I still think Say Anything is a decent flick. But yeah,
he gets a little kind of maudlin. I don't know, like a little.
let's not forget he did Jerry Maguire.
Yes, Tom Cruise is he's a muse, Tom Muse. So I think this is a good point to do this since we're talking we're talking about celebrity children and we love us some large sons on here. I found this one a while ago and I've been waiting to bust this out for a while because good gravy. I had no effing idea, but George Lucas has a large son. And not in the traditional like just all around large. He's just a tall drink of water. Like and George Lucas, I think is a normal sized man. But I mean, look at that. His name is Jet Lucas, by the way. But I mean, he's a full head over George.
Wow, that is a tall man.
Yeah. There's another.
Now it's either that or Lucas is actually the same height as Watto.
That might be true. Well, I thought about that. I was like, why did they find somebody to replace the Chewbacca actor when he died? When you got Jet right there.
And Jet was in one of the prequels as a child.
He's one of the Padawans that Anakin slaughters in Revenge of the Sith.
Thanks, Dad.
Yeah.
He probably showed up on the set so excited that day. Okay, here's what we're gonna do, son.
Well, actually, you die horribly. He's
the Cameron Crowe movie where Emma Stone is Asian is Aloha. Thank you, Joel.
I don't remember that at all.
If you do.
Yeah, well. And speaking of large suns, if you haven't seen the Star Wars Christmas special, Chewbacca has a large son named Itchy.
You know, Cory, I'll just say it. All of the evidence about where Star Wars was going to end up was right there in 1978.
Oh yeah, for sure, especially the prequels.
I mean, you watch that special, and who?
I mean, I don't think George Lucas is a short man. Maybe Todd and I can't use our phones right now. Maybe one of y'all could Google the height of George Lucas to let us know how large his son is. Because I mean, in this picture, Jet is underneath George, or not underneath. He's behind him. He's behind Daddy.
I'm gonna say that George Lucas is. I'm gonna say George is a solid 5'11".
I'm gonna say he's an average heighted man with a non-average heighted neck. Joseph says 5'6". Okay, is that confirmed? Is that internet confirmed there, Joseph? All I know is his. Okay, Jonathan confirmed. All I know is George Lucas's beard does not hide that bubble of a neck he has.
He's slowly transforming into Boss Nass.
He is. I mean, just grow out the neck hair.
Yeah, just.
He,
I mean, I got a turkey neck going on here, but it's nothing compared to that.
oh yeah, I mean, I'm not trying to say I'm God's gift to necks or anything, but seriously, why get that Junus Sanuhu guy or whatever to replace? And I'm sorry, I'm blanking on the original Chewbacca, Peter Mayhew. Why replace Peter Mayhew when you could just pay your son like scale?
Well, you could save even more money. I mean, he's tall enough to put on the Darth Vader suit too.
Mm-hmm. And Joseph says, and I think this is true of a lot of men. The only reason to have a beard is to cover your double chin.
Well, hell yeah.
Oh yeah, if I were to shave this completely, I would look way fatter, and I'm definitely.
That's why whenever I see a skinny man with a beard, I'm like, fucking poser. My beard serves a purpose.
Hey, we need to keep it down. She's resting.
Sorry, Foot.
Kind of looks like she's meditating.
Very zen look on Foot's face there.
Yeah, yeah, itchy. What else? All right, what else do you guys want to talk about? I've, I've got some other shit. Unless there's something you guys about, I want to defer. I want to defer to our watchers.
Because we do this for you. It's a healing journey that we're taking all of you on.
Yes, obviously, we gifted you with Jet Lucas. There's Nicolas Cage's growing son, but
Yes, he's not quite large or goth yet, but he's on his way.
Jonathan says worst video game adaptation. I mean, take a pick. Just throw them in a hat. They're all there is not. I will venture to say that there's never been a good video game adaptation, Jonathan. I'm sorry.
Trying to think if there is a good one.
There's not. Like I've thought about this. Not like good. I mean, there's been some that are okay, but
I mean, I kind of like the Silent Hill movie for its weirdness.
was